So we're in C minor. There's the A flat. And goes up to B flat, doesn't it? So we're using the C natural minor scale. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Hi folks, hope you're all keeping well. Thanks for joining me. So today we're going to look at Ayreon again, and the song is The Eye of Ra, and this is a live universe performance. This is one of the top 3 voted requests from one of my polls for the month of August over on my Patreon. It's been a while since we've done some Ayreon, a lot of months have passed by. I think I've only done 2 of his so far, and they were both superb. I actually did a toe hider one as well because Mike Mills really captured my attention. If you happen to enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, there's a few different ways you can do so. There's Patreon, as I said. You can also check out some of my own music on Bandcamp. Links will be on the video and in the description. Kind of proggy instrumental stuff, so fans of Ayreon might like it. And then there's Buy Me a Coffee if you want to leave a tip as well. So there you go, all the jargon out of the way. Let's get going.
I have finally found the key to chart the course to the other side of the galaxy. I need to find the 7th sign carved into the cover stone of an ancient time. And Ra will live forever. He draws his powers from afar, built a gateway to the stars.
Okay, so much going on. Let's take a wee break here. Talk about some of this stuff. I think I'll go back to the beginning and share some thoughts. So I really like this sort of keyboard intro. The lead tone on the synth there, I wonder, was it intentional to try and make it sound like somebody whistling? It's making me think of sort of a wanderer, walking through the desert, especially with the connotations of the Egyptian mythology and all the rest of it. Also, the actual theme of the whistling, if we call it that, or the melody, it kind of sounds reminiscent of something. It's not something that I can place and say, oh, it sounds like this. There's something about the quality of it. It sounds like something that's been in existence for a long time, Okay, so let's take a moment to work out some of this stuff. So we're in C minor. There's the A flat. goes up to B flat, doesn't it? So we're using the C natural minor scale, which has got E flat, A flat, B flat in it, which is the relative of E flat major. So, you know, those are kind of common chords to get in this key, but she's moving from C minor to A flat, which is the 6th, and B flat. Actually, that 6, 7, 8 thing is something that in a recent video we talked about in Aces High and Iron Maiden, because it's such an Iron Maiden trope, if you like. You know, they use that series of chords like so much throughout their career. You also notice the attack is very slow on the airy pad kind of thing, you know, because it's not it doesn't come in like that. So the attack is a setting that you have on your synth, so that whenever you depress the key, you can set when the actual sound of the note comes through. You can adjust all that stuff as to whether you want it to be immediate, which is a fast attack, or a slow attack. This isn't really slow, but it's something kind of slow about it. So he's playing the key, and then you hear the sound coming in afterwards. I think that it kind of helps sort of simulate a little bit of like an orchestral sound. You know, there's like a slight delay. It doesn't sound like it's on the beat, but I mean, he's playing it on the beat, and then we hear the delay. There was also the 5th in there, yeah, the G. So that, which would give you a perfect cadence, which is a 5-1 cadence, using the 5th chord in the scale back to 1. We get that. We get that a lot in classical music. That actually, I was saying to you about the natural minor scale. The B natural there, which would be the 7th note in the C minor scale, is from the C harmonic minor. So he's adapting that a little bit. I guess you could call that maybe a mixture, you know, of scales. You know, there's a melodic minor scale which uses the natural minor. On the way down, it comes, whereas on the way up, it raises the 6th and 7th notes, so you would get a B natural that way. So yeah, you heard, but the 7th in there was raised, so that points more to like a harmonic minor. Moving down that time from 8, 7 to 6. That's a really unusual chord. Hang on. So that's going to the 2nd, which is a D minor. Yeah, it's not really common. That's odd. Real change.
I have finally found the key.
So we are in D minor now.
Chart the course to the other side of the galaxy.
A creaky organ tone's superb.
I need to find the 7th sign,
Rattling.
carved into the cover stone of
There's the 5th.
ancient time.
Resolved.
And Ra will live forever. He draws his powers from afar.
So it's B flat, A. Let's work out some of those notes.
He draws his powers from afar, built a gateway to the stars.
Yeah, it's really ambiguous. That's what, you know, with the so it seems to be based around the D minor there, but he's obviously he started the song in C minor, and then we've got these sort of dissonances. It's just a sort of like a minor 2nd semitone, you know, in an interval. There's only a semitone. I think he really loves to throw us off, because when you hear something like that and you hear it starting to come back around again with the same, starting on the same note, you kind of are primed to hear him going back. So he changes that a lot. It means it's it's going to have so much replay value with any kind of music like this, especially with prog kind of stuff. You can listen to it 100 times and always hear new things. So always difficult as a first time listen here to go through at any sort of rate of speed. That's probably why I'm taking a bit of time over this one here, because it's a lot of changes, and I'm not going to name them all as we go because we'll be here all day. That sort of chromaticism and oddness we heard in that synth line is actually coming out in that riff. That sort of ascending, but in a sort of dissonant kind of way. It's sort of chromatic in parts, not completely chromatic, I don't think. The other thing that's interesting about that is dun 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 dun. It's always after the one. When I first listened to that, it wasn't until I got to the end of that entire section that I was certain that was a time signature. I had a feeling, I suspected that's what it was as it was going through, but I really needed it to finish on a strong beat, and then that's where the other singer came in and I paused it. So yeah, I was sure that it's actually in 4/4 time that, but everything's delayed, so it gives it a sort of ambiguous feeling.
He draws his powers from afar, built a gateway
This
to
modulating
the
passage there, get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's class. This bit in particular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Everything after the 1. You hear the end? There's back on the 1. That's the pick squeals, artificial harmonics. Yeah. Great feel on that. The crack. So much feel and power in that, even though it's a straight beat. You get that, whenever I was really young, I used to think that those kind of straight time beats on the drums were boring. I think everybody goes through that stage when they're a musician. I play drums as well. And certainly when you first start, it's all about tom rolls and all this here flashy sort of stuff. And this idea of just doing that seems like, elementary or basic or whatever. But at some point you realize there's so much individuality in that. So even though you get 10 people all playing that same pattern, and depending on the feel where all the accents are, whether is a snare beat directly on the beat, is it slightly ahead of the beat, is it slightly behind the beat, all these different sort of nuances within the playing can have such a big impact on the music. And so while that sounds from the outset like it's a very straightforward beat, everything within the characteristic of it and the feel of it, I love. There's slightly behind the beat feel of him and his style that I'm getting, which gives the music this sort of, rather than pushing it and driving it forward, it gives it this sort of almost sort of like a drunken sort of it's not hesitant. I'm sort of struggling with the words. I need multiple cups of coffee before my brain can operate at its proper there you go, it's happening now, at its proper rate of speed. So a few years of about 3 or 4 hours sleep every night does this to you. It's basically like sustaining a very moderate head injury. Being one of the biggest online resources to offer professional courses in a vast array of subjects, you need to look no further than Skillshare. In this video, I'd like to introduce you to a brand new course, Music Fundamentals, Explore and Create Your Unique Sound by 5-times Grammy Award winner Jacob Collier. In just over an hour's runtime, Jacob concisely covers how to go about writing music in just 9 separate chapters. Within the course, you will learn about creating melodies, exploring harmony, and how to combine the two. As the course moves on, Jacob explores the topics of time and rhythm and concludes with some insightful approaches to lyrical creativity. I highly recommend checking out this course, as Jacob has worked with some of the best in the industry, put out incredible music of his own, and continues to push the boundaries of musical evolution. This short and engaging course allows you to see into one of the greatest musical minds of this century, and he makes it accessible even for the most elementary of budding musicians. Even as a seasoned musical veteran, I find his thoughts completely inspirational and engaging. All you have to do is click on the link in the description below or in my pinned comment in the comment section and enter the promo code JW Soundworks. The first 1,000 people to do this will get a completely free 1-month trial for Skillshare. That's more than enough time to absorb Jacob's course and also take the opportunity to explore some other incredible courses by industry experts on the platform, and all for free.
We disappear through the ancient gate. We arrive
Yeah.
desert land. Set up camp on the burning sand. Yeehaw! The thousand slain.
Got Flora in the party now.
In the planet's cage, yeah. They gave us shelter from the
Open
storm.
hi-hat.
They robbed peace in the human form.
Yeah, that's really clever. I like that. So rather than intentionally shifting time signatures around into 5, 7, or 11, or those sort of, should we say, common, uncommon time signatures, he's playing about with syncopation massively there. So we're still getting this element of sort of, you know, you have to really, you're pulled in to listening. But it's actually all straight 4 time, you know.
Lasers flare and many men die. A bloody battle has begun. We must destroy the skin
Cool fills in the drums there. Lots of really interesting dynamics there within the vocal lines here. That's not just da 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 da. You're getting this almost like mimicking the slow attack on the synth. After the beat, you get that sort of swell, you know. Accidental? Coincidental? Maybe. Maybe not. Such interesting drum parts. Lovely harmonies. Oh. Oh my God. Properly epic. Imagine having, is that Jonas Rensk from Catatonia? Imagine having the a choir of vocalists like this, you know. Do you know what I mean? Like all superb lead vocalists in their own right, and then having them as a choir. When's that ever done? You know, really? It's like a Live Aid type thing, isn't it? You know, where it's like take all these famous singers and put them together on one song. You know, it's not Joe Bloggs from that goes to the choir once a week, you know, to talk about Patricia, because Patricia has been looking through the curtains, you know. There's the man himself, Annika as well. Lots of familiar faces. I'm guessing this is the end of the particular show. You know, whatever this concert footage is, that this feels like the closing. Margot from Nightwish.
In the catacombs, with the 7 points alive, they will lead us all back home.
Superb singing. How in tune are this choir? Like, do you know what I mean? That's one thing. When you get a congregation of people together, you know, it sort of helps the more people you have, because, you know, you don't have to be a superb singer. You know, if your voice is slightly off or whatever, you blend in with the people on either side of you. But when you've got everybody who's pretty much pitch perfect and they're singing, what a sound this makes.
It's alive. They will lead us all back home.
Incredible.
We have found the 7 signs down in the catacombs.
That's just a gorgeous sound.
With the 7 points alive, they will lead us all back home.
I don't think I've ever heard a choir sounding more in tune in my life. That's just a beautiful thing. Well done, guys. Super stuff. Super stuff. So if you enjoyed this one, remember, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell and all that kind of fancy stuff. Check out the previous Ayreon ones I've done. And have a dig around the channel as well. You'll find some other stuff in there, surely, that'll interest you. Yep, really like this one. More Ayreon soon, hey? Hey? If you do enjoy what I'm doing, and you want to help support me, Bandcamp's your best bet. Go to Bandcamp, because you can buy that for the same price of the coffee, and you're getting all my music, you know. So thank you very much to everybody that is helping support the channel that way. It means a lot. See you all next time. Thanks for watching.